Ms. Clark, you're in charge of policing the Civil Rights Division at the federal level. Does it raise civil rights concerns when the government attempts to intimidate citizens who are exercising their First Amendment freedom of speech?
Thank you, Senator. We do not want intimidation in our society.
So it would concern you if there was an exercise against an individual's free speech, correct?
The First Amendment is important, and we also do not want a society with intimidation.
Did President Biden promise to keep the DOJ apolitical?
He has, and Attorney General Garland has made clear his commitment to ensuring that partisanship will not impact our enforcement work.
Okay, yes or no? Did the teachers union write a letter to DOJ asking you to use the Patriot Act to target concerned parents who voice their opposition to the indoctrination of their children? Yes or no?
This is not a matter that the Civil Rights Division handled. I'm aware of the memorandum issued by the Attorney General, which speaks to threats and intimidation that some school officials have experienced in our country, and that's not activity protected by the First Amendment.
And so you're saying a parent going to a school board and expressing their dismay with CRT or with a mask mandate is not protected speech. Is that what you're saying?
I believe the Attorney General's memorandum deals with threats and intimidation and harassment.
Let me ask you this then. Did DOJ issue the directive to the FBI to target parents in direct response to this letter from the teachers union? Yes or no?
Again, this is not a matter that the division handled, but what I can tell you is that the Attorney General said that, quote, threats against public servants are not only illegal, they run counter to our nation's core values.
Do you believe it's appropriate to treat parents as domestic terrorists for daring to ask elected school board members questions about what is being taught to their children?
Senator, while this is not a matter that the Civil Rights Division handled, this is a memorandum issued by the Attorney General. I know that the department is committed to ensuring robust civil discourse.
Do you see any difference in somebody being a concerned parent and going to a school board meeting and asking questions, and then that individual being labeled a domestic terrorist and this being carried out by the FBI and the DOJ? Is that not a problem or a concern to you?
The Attorney General's memorandum is focused on threats, on intimidation.
So do you see parents as a threat? You see
don't.
parents asking questions as a threat? Does DOJ see parents asking questions as a threat? Because we've seen reports from teachers, parents, and other members of a private Facebook group in Loudoun County, Virginia, that have been accused of compiling a list of names of district parents who oppose critical race theory in order to track, hack, and dox them, or even intimidate them into self-censorship. Should these teachers and other members of this private Facebook group be pursued by the FBI as domestic terrorists as well?
Senator, free speech is a hallmark value.
So it's free speech for teachers that want to track parents, but it's not free speech for parents that want to show up at a school board meeting and make their displeasure known and engage in public discourse, because those parents, taxpayers, are paying the bill for that. Let me ask you this, Attorney General Garland, I've seen reports of his family connection to Panorama Education over data harvesting and holding data on students and having contracts with school boards. And we've had quite a bit of discussion about Facebook and the way they market and data mine children as young as 8 years old. Are you aware of that?
This is not an issue that the Civil Rights Division works on, but I'm generally
you all work
aware.
in stovepipes, is what you're telling me, and that you have no knowledge or information about what is being done to parents and how they are being labeled, and this directive for the FBI to go and investigate parents who are standing up for what their children are being subjected to in some public school systems. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.